Well, good to see you. Come right on in here. Pour yourself a cup of tonight's tea and come sit close. Granny's got a story for you that hits a little closer to home than I'd like. It ain't every day your own adult child calls you shaking in his boots. This here one's about my boy Rick and what he saw underground. Now, Rick has always had a strong back and good work ethic. He's in and out of buildings all the time hospitals, factories, old offices, laying conduit, running cable, doing the kind of work that keeps the lights on, literally. But lately he's been working at a job site in the middle of the desert, one of those government built hospitals with floors that go up and way, way down. He told me over the phone, Mom, I think I've been down in a part of the hospital that wasn't made for the living. He'd been down in the lower levels, floors you don't see on the public elevator, working with some kind of old type metal conduit. He said the whole level felt like time stopped in the 70s. Fluorescent lights flickered overhead. The air was heavy, like stale soup left on a hot stove. As he was bending a section of pipe, sparks flying from his cutter, he kept seeing movement just out of the corner of his eye. Looked like shadows slipping between beams and broken hospital gurneys. He thought it was his crew coming down to grab tools or share lunch. He called out a yo a few times, but nobody answered. He chalked it up to fatigue until he went back up and realized they were never down there in the first place. He didn't say much to the guys, just nodded and went back to work after lunch. Later that afternoon, he went down to finish his cuts. Had your old Granny B playing in his ear, telling one of my very stories. When the light from the upper stairwell flickered just enough to stretch shadows across the far wall, that's when he saw them. Three dark shapes. Unmoving at first, long, thin, not quite human, almost like silhouettes someone had painted on the wall. Then they turned, their heads tilted unnaturally in unison, and they ran at him. He said he could hear them, not just see them. He could hear the slap of their feet on the concrete, faster and faster, getting closer with every step. Rick fumbled for his flashlight, his hand trembling, nearly dropped it. By the time he got it up, they were already halfway across the hall. He clicked it on, an arrow beam of light cutting through the dust. And just like that, they stopped. Like smoke in reverse, they pulled back, shrank against the concrete, melted into the cracks in the wall. Just gone. He told me, Mom, that light didn't shine on them. It pushed them back. That night, Rick slept in his truck with every dome light on. Next day, he took holy water and dabbed it on his tools. I told him, son, you need to tell that foreman and get out of that basement. But he said, no, they ain't people, Mom. They're trapped. That whole floor, it feels like it remembers suffering. And the strangest part, that wing of the hospital wasn't on any blueprint. Some places keep the memory of pain deep in their bones, and some shadows ain't made by the light. So if you ever find yourself alone in an empty hallway and you hear something coming that shouldn't be there, remember my boy Rick and don't let go of that flashlight. I'll be back next week with another bedtime story for you, sugar. Until then, keep your lights charged, your tools blessed, and your ears real sharp.